Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee Realtor. Today I wanted to go over some of the actual costs of owning a home. So stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. So I wanted to go over some of the things that you might have to do once you do buy your home, maintenance wise, or cost that you or things you have to pay out on a monthly basis. For your home once you buy your home. So a lot of people don't understand some of the things that they'll incur once they buy their home. So you start with your mortgage payments. And your mortgage payment's going to be your principal and interest, but it's also usually going to include your escrow payments. And escrow meaning your taxes and your insurance payments per month. So, say if you had a $2,000 house note that's your principal and interest, and it's 2,000, you might have about $400 a month going out in taxes and insurance. That will change on a yearly basis if your taxes or your insurance go up. That's the only way that your mortgage will go up, unless you have variable rates, things like that. That will go up um, every year or whatever your terms are, there. But that will be explained to you during your lending process on what that would be. But on a normal basis, when you get a fixed rate, you don't have anything go up unless your taxes and your insurance go up or down, but doubtful on that one. So you have HOA dues. If you're in an HOA, those are on a monthly basis and that you pay out of pocket every month. You have your utilities, your maintenance on your house, things like that. So, things that do affect your maintenance of your house is if you bought an older home, you may have a lot more maintenance on that home. So, you need to have you a good savings account for the things that you might have to incur. We just every year we try to pick at least one or two things to try to do to our home to do improvements and make it even more of our own or whatever. We just like to try to pick something to improve our home and the value of it, and we have done quite well with that over the years that we've owned it. We'll be here 9 years, since our house fire in 15. This year it'll be 9 years that we've been here. Now, when we bought our home, we did not know that we were not in our right frame of mind, and we wish we had had someone that was looking out for us when we bought our home. We love our home and we have made it into our own, but there were things that were not right with the house that we had to fix immediately and had to do. The whole house had been peed in. All the carpets and flooring and things were hidden as well. We never got to go into the home by ourselves ever, even during home inspection period and all of that. The previous owners had to be in our home. So the all the carpets had to be taken out, pad, and sealed the subfloor, because there was a dog that had urinated on every square inch of the house, going up and down every stair. I mean, you smelt it once they moved out. The odor was pretty bad. All of the hardwood floors had to be resanded and done and refinished. Everything had to be painted. I did not know they had a cat, and I'm allergic to cats. Everything had to be painted and cleaned. We did not know that there was such a severe mouse issue in our beautiful home that was not maintained properly beforehand. But literally had to scrape out stuff out of the cabinets, food that had spilled and mouse droppings everywhere. And I'm an OCD clean freak germaphobe. So that was hard there. I had to clean it from top to bottom, get rid of all the cat dander too. And once we did that, if you live in a clean environment, usually the rodents won't come back and live in a clean environment. So we have not had issues with that since. Thankfully, it took us about 3 months to get our home to where we could move into it once we closed on it. So again, you need somebody on your side when you're buying your home that will look out for you if you've went through a traumatic time in your life and not thinking straight. That's why I got into real estate after that. We retired from our other business, went into real estate the next year, and I want to make sure that all of my clients get taken care of, and never ever taken advantage of, and I always have their best interest. It's something that I never want my clients to experience. Um, you're going to have ongoing, fixed costs like you might have PMI on your loan. If you got a FHA loan, there's going to be PMI that is part of your mortgage, principal and interest, and PMI included as well, and your escrows with that. So your payment might be a little bit higher. All of that's explained to you during your lending process before you buy your home anyway. So there's things that go wrong, like our HVAC was never installed properly. We found out when we bought our home, it was not installed properly. The ductwork, we had to replace all of that. It cost us about $12,000 to get all of that taken out and to get a mini split put in our bonus room because it needed a mini split. Just the whole HVAC was done wrong. We're surprised the HVAC has lasted this 18 years, but we helped its lifespan by doing what we needed to do when we bought the home and getting all the ductwork done properly as well. So now it's went out today. The heat has. The HVAC guys here now to try to keep it where it needs to be until our new unit already arrives, which we already knew earlier in the week that we had him come out and order it, or it was last week. I think it was last week he came out and we already have it on order, so we're waiting on it to get here. Now we're going to have really cold temps though over the next week, and we already have our crawl space encapsulation being done, and now some concrete out there where the crawl space door was. That's another thing we're having to fix, and finally found somebody that would do it right and dig it out and put the new crawl space door in. So working with temperatures right now and rain and stuff, it's hard to get concrete work put in when that happens. So in the meantime, our HVAC, if it went out and they had to go in there, it would probably be a mess, and we have it all encapsulated in beautiful white and all that. So we have things in there for people to walk on if they have to go in there right now. But things like that, they're going to go out. You're going to need an emergency fund set aside just in case your major things go out. Sometimes we're able to get you a home warranty whenever you buy a home. I don't always believe in them, but when you do have a higher end home or really high end appliances and things like that, I've asked them even on our home before, like all of our built-ins and all that, they really wouldn't cover that. And they would only pay so much anyway. So if you get it as part of your sale and then you renew it and you just keep it in force, it might be a good thing for you. It's a peace of mind for some of my clients that like to have their home warranties. I'm not pushy on that, but if it's a peace of mind for you, then you need to get one of those as well. But you're going to have, your HVAC maintenance that you need to do one or two times a year, depending on what your HVAC guy says, or girl, or whoever you use. You're going to have, if you have a deck, you're going to need to do the maintenance on it and stain and seal it, and your duct and vent cleaning maybe. I've wrote down a few things. Your fireplace, chimney cleaning. For us, we pay a lawn care guy and have ever since we bought our home, because him coming out with his zero turn and getting it all manicured and done when it needs to be done, it saves us a lot of time and headache because we stay busy as a family and in real estate and techno business too, and just a lot going on. It's much better to pay them and bless them and their family by doing that, and than us doing it, because we done the numbers originally to see how much it would cost for a zero turn back 9 years ago almost when we bought our home. It was going to take about 10 or 12 years before it would pay for itself to even buy one. But then you look at, you're going to have all the maintenance, the upkeep, if something went wrong with it, if you had to replace it during that time. It just didn't work out numbers wise for us to do it when we have this size yard, because we have 2.5 acres. So much better to have somebody do it, we thought anyway, than us have to do it and spend the time to do it. And and I think my hubby is allergic to grass too, but just doing it would probably take us even longer to do it versus our lawn care guy to come out and do it. So you got to look at that and outweigh the cost of it, because you're going to have maintenance on that. You're going to have to clean it every time you use it. Well, we do anyway if we do it. You're going to have your weed eater and all the other things that you have, and the gas that goes in it, which ain't cheap nowadays. So you're going to have all those factors as well. And then you got to have the time, and then, hopefully you don't get hurt out there doing it. So we look at all that, and it was better for us anyway to do the lawn care guy. Now, gutter cleaning and maintenance. People don't think about that, but every year you're going to have the leaves that fall. They're going to get in your gutters. Ours we have cleaned once a year. We just had them done last week. Our guy comes out in December after everything has fallen, and he cleans out the gutters and washes them out really good and does all the maintenance on those. So you're going to have that maintenance. Your HVAC unit's going to have to be maintained. If you want to have a house cleaner come in. Now, we have a house cleaner every 2 weeks. Our house does not need every week because like I said, I'm an OCD clean freak germaphobe, so I'm keeping it clean anyway. But to help me, for somebody to come in every 2 weeks, and I know that they're doing deep cleaning everywhere, and it's being cleaned top to bottom every 2 weeks, it makes me feel better about stuff. Never thought anybody would do as good a job as I would do, but finally, I relented. My hubby and son said I stay busy and I need to have somebody come in and do that for me as well. So I'm glad I did, because she does a great job. So every 2 weeks we do that. Pressure washing. No, we love to pressure wash our driveway and sidewalk. We're weird, but we have the proper tools and pressure washer and everything for that. So we got out there this year and done that ourselves. And roof maintenance. Now, we have a soft wash maintenance company that does the soft wash system on our roof. We don't have to have that often, but maybe every 3 years, him come in and soft wash where you have the mildew that gets up there and stuff. That is the life of your roof. If you don't keep it clean, then you're gonna, take years off your roof as well. Sprinkler and irrigation system maintenance. If you have that, you'll have maintenance on that. Tile and grout cleaning. Your grout is going to get dirty. That was our previous business. We know how to do that and take and clean it and seal it and all of that. Tree trimming and removal. You're going to have, if you have trees, you're going to have at some point, they're going to need to be trimmed and removed, things like that. Water heater maintenance. Yes, you got water heater maintenance. When ours went out right after we bought the house, I think a year or two after, it was a huge tank in the basement. It went out and started leaking everywhere. And we went with a tankless water heater, a really nice one that's stainless, but it still requires maintenance once a year to descale that. But we put in last year or the year before, I think it was the year before, an 18 stage water filter and softener and UV filter and all that in the home. So ours probably don't have to be done, but we like to still keep up with maintenance and do that. Window cleaning. You need to find you a good window cleaner. We have one that comes in once a year and does our windows on the outside. Now, my house cleaner does do windows on the inside every 2 weeks, which is great because we have two fur babies that put nose prints on the windows. And so she gets all of those handled once every 2 weeks. So also you're going to have utilities that will differ from city to rural settings. So if you're more in the country like we are, we have water, septic, repair and maintenance, hopefully not repair, you know, when we got it, we discovered when we had it all pumped. It needed to be pumped from the previous owners. We got it done and the lid was cracked too. So we took that out and we put the big green thing. I don't even know what you call it. But anyway, we installed it, dug it out, put it in, went and bought it, put it in, and now you can just open it up to do your maintenance and have them come out and clean it out every 5 years or whatever, 3 to 5 years, depending on how you use things. We have bidets everywhere, so you don't use as much toilet paper anyway. We never use the wipes. Do not be using wipes and flush those or flush anything else for that matter. So you'll want to watch out for that. Garbage pickup, things like that. You've got garbage pickup for us in the rural settings. We have to pay for that and do that once a month. So they come out weekly, but once a month they, take it out and we pay for that ourselves. It's not part of, if you're in the city, you usually get that as part of your taxes and stuff, or you may pay for that in your water bill or whatever for your garbage pickup. You'll have your propane or your natural gas bill. If you have a heater that requires wood or wood pellets, you'll have, to buy that. Internet, cable. We have fiber, thankfully, now. We love that. Your electric bill, things like that. That's what you'll have there. Now, if you bought an older home and you want to do cosmetic updates and things, plan for that and be setting aside money for that. Or you could do your HELOC or your home equity line of credit and have that available for any emergency fund or things like that as well. We try to put up so much every paycheck, their commission check, it gets put up, and some goes into savings and some goes into tax account. So that way we have, a peace of mind if something was to go out as well. Now, appliances, if you have older appliances or ones that are, maybe 10 years old, 15 years old, whatever, a few of ours we've replaced. Dishwasher early on, we did that with a Bosch. Love that. Never go backwards on any other dishwasher. Love that Bosch. But we have built-ins, and so the fridge, I'm sure we're going to be replacing soon. It's a built-in, but it's like 18 years old now. And the Jenn-Air cooktop, gas cooktop, yay me. We got to replace that soon. And we're going to put in a venting system up top versus one that has a downdraft. So all of that's having to be done on top of the HVAC that we have to pay for now and replace. So, roofs usually last 20 to 30 years, sometimes 50 years, depending on what kind of roof it is. Your furnace could be 18 years for a gas furnace. Now, this is general where I pulled off the internet, but 15 years for electric. A lot of your HVAC companies, they're going to tell, or your home inspectors are going to say once it gets to 8 to 10 years, it's at the end of life. That's not always the case. It depends on how well you've maintained it, how good of a unit it is. Many factors go into play, just like with anything. Your oven and range, maybe 15 years. We have a wall oven, so that'll be fun to replace too. We've had to repair it already, but they haven't changed much, so it's sad if it goes out that it's going to be the same thing we put back anyway. refrigerator about 13 years. Our refrigerator is built in. It's 18 years old now almost. So we'll be replacing that. Freezers maybe last 11 years. Washer dryer, it could last anywhere from 5, 10 to 13 years or so. Dishwasher, sometimes 9 or 10 years. Your flooring maybe won't last forever either. So you got to think about that at some point, needing to replace that. So, hopefully this is giving you kind of a rundown on some of the good, the bad, and the ugly about buying a home. Hopefully not too bad. Just make sure. And I'm an optimist, so things are going to go bad. They're going to break. You're going to need to repair them or replace them. And when you do that, then it becomes even more of your own, and you get to replace it with what you want to put in there versus what a landlord, if you're renting, would be replacing it with, if you get them to replace anything too. Some landlords won't come fix anything. I hear nightmare stories about that all the time. So owning your own home, you are building your own equity. The more things that you can do to update it, and especially in certain areas of your homes, your kitchens, your baths, things like that, you're going to get your money back out of that. Now, if you did it today and you sold tomorrow, maybe not so much, but it would be a selling feature for sure. But just think about the things that you're going to do to it and how long you want to be in your home. Ours, we want forever now, but you never know where life leads you either. So do whatever you want to do if you have the money to do it, to make you happy while you are in your home, no matter when you're going to sell or if you're just going to stay there forever. It is your home. Do with it what you want to do, whatever makes you happy in your home. Okay. So I just wanted to give y'all kind of an rundown of maintenance items if you don't think about that when you're bought your home, or you're fixing to buy a home. There's things that you're going to need to just set aside money for that rainy day fund. And when it rains, it pours, because like they say, it comes in threes. So if there's something that goes out, it may come in threes. So have your money set aside for that rainy day. Okay. So if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.